My name is Philip Blumel, and I'm president of an organization called U.S. Term Limits. We're based in Washington, D.C. We've been around since 1991. We're the largest, oldest, most successful term limits advocacy organization in the country. And today, a meeting of the Constitutional Modernization Commission was scheduled to be held regarding a proposal that would shred Ohio's voter-approved 8-year term limits law. It's argued that the primary purpose of this commission was basically to submit this proposal. The idea of having an independent commission to make such a proposal is a common tool used across the country by legislatures, particularly when they're trying to get something pushed through that benefits the members of the legislature directly, often at the expense of their constituents. To give you an example of this, recently in Arkansas, just about a month or so ago, there was an independent commission that studied whether or not legislators need a pay raise. Well, guess what? They need a pay raise. It's a game, and this is the way it's played. This commission is made up of 12 legislators, none of them advocates of term limits, and 20 appointees chosen by those 12 legislators. All right, so the core of this decision was already made before any meetings were held. The commission has made it hard for us to follow the progress of the commission, which might have made it hard for the journalists as well, you know. In any case, the rise of early opposition to this scheme may be partially an explanation of why the meeting was canceled today. I'm not sure. But you can be sure that the anti-term limits legislators will be back. And also that so will we. Now, who are we? Today I want to introduce some prominent Ohio citizens who are standing up to defend the people's term limits law. I also want to recognize a couple of current legislators who are taking a principled stand on this issue. The people of Ohio approved 8-year term limits in 1992 with 68% of the vote. A recent Buckeye poll I know you've all seen showed that the same amount, roughly 70%, continue to support 8-year term limits, and that brand new polling from Ohioans for Good Government showed that some 78% oppose efforts to weaken the 8-year term limits to 12, as this commission would want to do. 8-year term limits are the most common in the nation, from the president to the governors, to state legislatures, to county commissions, to statewide officers, to city councils, to small town mayors. 8 years is the American term limit. And there's no call for any special, bloated, supersized term limit for Ohio politicians. Particularly no call from the Ohio voters themselves, the ones who passed it originally. I want now to introduce some Ohio leaders who intend to make a stand to defend the people's term limits. I think what this might work out well is if I call your names, if you stand up here in a line, and then we'll have each of you make a couple of comments if you'd like, okay? First, Ohio Representative Ron Hood, please. And Ohio Representative Tom Brinkman. And Ohio Representative Tom Brinkman is not here, right? You have an aide, Andrew came in his place. You want to come up here? Former Ohio Majority Whip John Adams. Maurice Thompson, Executive Director of the 1851 Center for Constitutional Law. Former Ohio Representative Matt Lynch. And Warrick County Republican Party Chair Ray Warrick. Now, Ray has informed us that he intends to create a political committee that's going to be the umbrella for opposition to the anti-term limits proposal. And Ray, you want to say a few words about that? You want to come up here? Sure.
This morning I filed paperwork with the Secretary of State forming 8 is Enough Ohio PAC. We start a framework to oppose this expansion of term limits. I find it kind of amusing that this whole thing starts in a commission called Ohio Constitutional Modernization Commission. What's modern about doing things to further pamper elected officials? They've been doing that since the beginning of time. If they wanted to do something modern in that commission, they may want to tighten up the term limits in Ohio. So we're going to oppose this every step of the way. And it's one of these breathtaking situations for me, because I don't run into any normal citizen who would say, oh yeah, let's let them have more time in office because they're doing such a great job. So we'll see.
Very good, thank you. Representative Lynch, would you like to say something?